is a production of the Department of Broadcasting and Journalism at Western Illinois University.
Coming up on News 3 Live at 4, more changes to leadership in Colchester. We'll tell you who joined the city council and where the city stands with the decision of a police force.
Plus, residents in Macomb are getting a letter from a fire station asking for donations, but the department isn't in the state of Illinois.
And a cooler day in Macomb. What's the weekend look like? Storm Team 3's Jared Streeter has your 5-day forecast. Live at 4 starts now.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. News 3 starts now.
3 local men are headed to federal prison for distributing meth. Good afternoon. Welcome to Live at 4. I'm Kelly Brown.
And I'm Devin Brooks. Today, the McDonough County Sheriff announced the sentencing for 3 men arrested last year during Operation Iced Out. Bushnell residents 23-year-old Levi Sloan and 48-year-old Donald Graham, along with 30-year-old James Newman of Dallas City, were indicted for distributing meth throughout several counties in west central Illinois. McDonough County Sheriff says the 3 were sentenced to more than 10 years in federal prison.
Heads up to Macomb residents. The Macomb Fire Department says beware of a letter sent from the McComb Fire Department by mistake. Macomb Fire Chief J.R. Hyde says the department is based out of Ohio. He says the letter is not a scam. It was a real fundraiser, but was just sent to the wrong location by the company the department hired to send the mass mailings out. Officials warn residents to be aware, especially since the letter involves donations.
New at 4, the Colchester City Council now has 2 new members.
This comes after a special council meeting on Wednesday night.
Residents Will Terrell and Eric Haynes were appointed by former Alderwoman Francie Welch as First Ward Alderman. The 2 seats sat empty after former Mayor Pro Tem and First Ward Alderman Kevin Bloomfield resigned, as well as Welch resigned from her position to become the new Colchester mayor. Welch, Haynes, and Terrell were sworn in Wednesday night. Officials say everything is starting to move in the right direction.
I think that if we do what we should do, and we do what we're told the people we're going to do, that we can actually start to heal the city a little bit.
News 3 confirmed with Mayor Welch. For now, the city will move forward with the Colchester Police Department while applications are being taken and positions are being filled.
The Macomb community is remembering one of its historic officers after he died earlier this week. Sergeant Bill Thorpe passed away on Monday night. He was 86. He lived in Macomb and was the first African-American police officer of the Macomb Police Department. Thorpe joined the department in 1962 and retired after policing for 23 years. Thorpe also worked at WIU and Go West. Funeral arrangements are pending.
Well, in just a few hours, dozens of people will march from Western Illinois University to the downtown square for the annual Take Back the Night. The event starts tonight at 6:30 p.m. with a resource fair followed by the march and rally right after at Circle Drive outside Sherman Hall. The march and rally is held to increase awareness on sexual assault, dating, and domestic violence and other forms of sexual violence. With students and community members expected to take that walk throughout Macomb tonight, how warm will they have to dress? Storm Team 3's Jared Streeter has a look at our weather. Jared?
Thanks, Devin. Absolutely, it's a bit of a cooler day today. However, the winds have died down from what we have been seeing earlier this week. Temperatures at 47 degrees, winds just a little pretty mild today at 6 miles an hour. As you can see on the map behind me, some high pressure systems are over the area. They're going to start to move all the clouds and the rain, as you see in the southern area, out of the Midwest, so we are going to start to see the clouds start to clear up. What that's going to do for us is going to drop some temperatures as we head into the next few days. Tonight's low is about 34 degrees with winds north at 5 miles per hour, but I'll have more on your weekend forecast when I come back later in the newscast. I'm going to send it right back over to you, Devin.
Thank you, Jared. Are you feeling stress? If so, there's a new place on the Western Illinois University campus helping you relax. News 3 Michelle Doherty explains.
With midterms over and done with, there's finals to look forward to. But don't stress, there's a room on campus to help you relax. Graduate Assistant Emma Peterson explains the benefits of the relaxation room.
It's beneficial because we just know that college life is really stressful, and so even sometimes students just need kind of 15 minutes to be alone and just in a comforting environment before they can get up and finish the rest of their day.
The relaxation room is located in Memorial Hall in the University Counseling Center. The room is also referred to as the Joy Room.
The purpose of the room is just to kind of have students have just a calm down space or just a relaxing space for them to go to. It has a massage chair and different things just to make it cozy for them on campus.
You don't have to be receiving counseling at the university to use the room. Any WIU student may use it.
So it's just kind of a safe place on campus for students to go to anytime between 8 and 4:30, where they can just kind of have a quiet place to just hang out for a little bit.
With finals right around the corner, you might feel more stressed than usual. But don't worry, there's no limit on how many times you can use the room.
It is completely unlimited. You can come in as many times during the day as you'd like, really as long as you'd like as well. The only times that it's not available is if they're doing one-on-one relaxation skills with a GA like myself.
Reporting for News 3, I'm Michelle Doherty.
The relaxation room is located at Memorial Hall in the University Counseling Center.
Local recreational cannabis advocates are trying to get the word out about what is all to come when marijuana becomes legal on the first of the year in Illinois. The Democratic Women of McDonough County hosted an informational and network event last week. The Illinois Women in Cannabis were also on hand answering questions and giving information out. Medical cannabis products were also on display from Nature's Grace and Wellness, a cultivation center in Fulton County. Advocates hope these types of events will help people learn more as the state makes adult use cannabis legal.
Everyone to feel like they have resources, they can bring their professional skills and talk to other people who are maybe entrepreneurial.
Adults 21 and older will be allowed to purchase and have up to 1 ounce of marijuana at a time come the beginning of the year. Only 3 adult use cannabis licenses will be issued by the state for the West Central Illinois region before May 1st, 2020.
Local high school students are using their lunchtime to learn about what it takes to become a leader. Zach Keene, a health and PE teacher at Macomb High School, is holding sessions Wednesdays during lunch to teach students about leadership. Topics range from overcoming adversity to becoming a better teammate. Keene got the idea from a yearly sports conference called What Drives Winning that deals with the qualities that make a good leader and a teammate. He thinks it's great that so many students are so interested in bettering themselves.
It seems like every Wednesday at lunch we have anywhere between 12 and 20 kids that are giving up their lunchtime basically to come and learn about character development, leadership, and we have an array of kids. I think at some point we've had almost every sports team has been represented, but it's been a really good thing for us.
Coming up on Live at 4 on Tuesday, hear from some of the students that attend these leadership programs and what the school has planned for the future of the program.
Helping save lives, one swab at a time. News 3's Haley Kazmierek explains how the swab drive helps people suffering from cancer.
The best part is actually seeing how many people are truly interested in finding out about DKMS and what we're really trying to do here.
DKMS is a nonprofit organization with the mission to find bone marrow donors so that blood cancer and other blood-related disorder deaths are deleted from our world, one swab at a time.
WIU's Love Your Melon is doing their part in helping the cause.
The DKMS drive took place in the University Union, where students were passing through and stopping to talk with the Love Your Melon crew at their setup.
Here at the table, I'm in charge of raffle, so even if you just watched the video, you fill out a raffle ticket in order to win our basket.
Aside from videos and raffles, the event consisted of swabbing students' cheeks to find potential DNA matches with someone that needs a transplant. After the procedure, the overall process is long, but well worth it.
You don't even know if you are a match yet, and it's just like waiting, but still like the nice thought of like trying to do it and like put yourself out there to go through the long process of donating the bone marrow.
The DKMS drive was able to successfully swab over 71 students who could potentially be a match to save a life. Mayor Inman invited the organization to moon over Macomb the following day, where they were able to further spread the word about the cause to the community. Reporting for News 3, I'm Haley Kazmierek.
Still ahead on Live at 4, dozens remembering the 3 children who died in a St. Louis apartment fire by holding a vigil.
But first, find out how an Illinois boy gets himself in the Guinness Book of World Records. News 3 Live at 4. We'll be right back.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition.
Western Illinois University is here to serve your future. Large enough to provide opportunities, small enough to connect you to them. Your potential is our purpose. Explore your talents in a place you belong.
Taking me home, bring me back to solid ground. Taking me home, bring me back to solid ground. Taking me home, bring me back. I can hear the sound.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. Live at 4 continues.
Welcome back. 3 children are dead after an apartment fire in St. Louis. Last night, the mother of 3 stood firm during a candlelight vigil for their kids. Shirley Washington has the story.
Love on each other, lift each other up. Yes. Let it start today, because tomorrow may be too late like it was for them.
A call for community at the Clinton Peabody Apartments to show more love and not cast judgment on the mother who lost 6-month-old Demarion, 4-year-old Heaven, and 5-year-old Dream to an apartment fire.
When you lose 3 kids at one time, that's enough to make you lose your mind. You know, even though it was a sad and careless mistake, it's a mistake.
Police have questioned the mother, but prosecutors have not filed any charges.
I feel people should show more compassion for her because everyone makes mistakes, but she was a wonderful mother.
Even though the children's lives ended far too soon, neighbors say they made a lasting impression.
Seeing them every day, playing with them, you know, hearing them, you know, and then for it just to be gone in the blink of an eye, man, it's like a shot to the gut, man.
Friends of the family say now is the time to give a mother in grieving support.
I feel that instead of slandering her and putting her down and throwing her under the bus, to really pray for her because it's a big, terrible mistake.
Shirley Washington, Fox 2 News.
Police are still investigating this case. The circuit attorney will determine if they will file charges once the police complete their investigation.
An 11-year-old runner from Illinois is getting his name in the Guinness World Records book. On Sunday, Aiden Jaquez became the youngest person to run a half marathon in all 50 states. He set the record during the IMT marathon in Des Moines, and Aiden started his 50-state streak when he was just 5 years old. That's when his grandma pushed him in a stroller during his first half marathon. Now he says he can't get enough running on his own.
I love running half marathons because not many kids my age do it, and it's fun to run and just get a lot of energy out and run with my grandma.
Aiden's grandma also says he has never wavered since he set his goal when he was 6 years old. That's video from inside the House of Pain in Good Hope. News 3 took a trip to the haunted house after 10 years of scaring people from around the area. This is the last year the Pains are spooking anyone. The Pains are retiring their haunted house, but no worries. You still have time to visit the house. The haunting starts at 6 p.m. and runs until 9 Saturday and Sunday, and next Wednesday and Thursday, and then also you can join us tomorrow morning at 9 on our spooky edition of Good Morning Macomb to hear from the Pains themselves. It will be a fun show.
I can't wait. Coming up next, we check in with Storm Team 3's Jared Streeter with a full look at your forecast.
Yeah, News 3 Live at 4. We'll be right back after this.
Rooted in teaching tradition, the desire to impact lives through education marks our Western identity. We believe every student with the hope to succeed deserves a chance at our institution. We're invested in honing each student's individual strengths to turn that hope into promise. Our commitment shows in everything that we do. It guides our faculty with empathy. It grows our students with courage. It moves each of us with purpose. In Macomb and Quad Cities, all walks of life meet to share cultures, ideas, and aspirations. Together, our students welcome new perspectives, helping them bring true value wherever they go next. Whatever the next challenge or change we face, our fighting spirit strengthens and evolves. With fortitude, we remain devoted to our vision. Brave and loyal, we stand as Leathernecks. For our students, for our region, for our state, and beyond. And when we stand together, we stand up for what matters, going forth as one. And that unity takes us far beyond what we've ever imagined.
Another cooler day today, 47 degrees outside, humidity right around 69%, dew points right around 36 degrees, and our winds not as windy as we've been experiencing early on in the week, just northwest at 6 miles an hour. Looking at our almanac for this time of year, as you can see, we're about 20 degrees under what we normally see. 62 degrees is our average high, and our average low about 39 degrees. Record high this time of year is 82 degrees, and our record low 18 degrees. Luckily, we're not seeing that 18 degrees, but it's going to feel like it with how cool it has been in contrast to what it's been. Looking at our infrared right now, we do have some clouds covering our area, but we do see the clearing up off to the west. Those high pressure systems, as I mentioned earlier on, are going to start to move these clouds off to where we're not going to have as much cloud cover. Again, we're going to look at our radar here. There's some rain down to the south of us, but we're not going to experience any precipitation tonight, luckily, so we're not going to see any of that. Looking at our surface map yet again, we do have some high pressure systems off to the west that are going to start to move these clouds and everything off and get rid of the rain, the clouds, so it's not going to be as gloomy outside. However, what that is going to do, it's going to eliminate that heat blanket at night, and it's going to make it a little bit cooler for us so that the sun's not really going to be trapped under the clouds, so it's going to make it a little bit cooler at night. 49 degrees here in Macomb right now, 48 over in Burlington, Keokuk, about 47, Quincy, 45. Looking at tonight's temperatures, it's going to be another night to turn on the heat. 34 degrees here in Macomb. Beardstown, you're going to see about 39, and Quincy about 39 degrees as well. Looks like Macomb's going to get the cooler temperatures out of the group there. Looking at tomorrow, our temperatures are going to be a whopping 52 degrees here in Macomb, 53 over in Keokuk, Burlington, 53 as well, and down in Springfield you can see 55 degrees there. Looking at tomorrow night, our temperatures are going to drop right back off. 34 degrees here in Macomb, Beardstown 38 degrees, and Burlington right around freezing for your tomorrow's low about 32 degrees tomorrow night. Looking at tonight, we do have temperatures right at 34 degrees, winds north at 5 miles an hour. Looking at tomorrow, temperatures at a high of 52, partly cloudy, winds northeast at 4 miles an hour. Looking at our 5-day forecast, we do have a high of 52 tomorrow, low 44. Saturday, there is a slight chance of rain with a high of 57, low of 38. Looking at Sunday, it's going to be all sun with a high of 60 and a low of 35. Monday, high of 49, partly cloudy, and a low of 32. Tuesday, it is going to be partly cloudy with a high of 47 and a low of 27. So those temperatures are going to go up on Saturday, then drop right back off for us.
But now we're about a week away from Halloween.
Yeah.
What is it kind of looking like?
I have not quite looked that far, but I heard that S word that we don't like to hear.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so there's a potential of some flurries.
You might be in trouble.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jared. Jalen, what you got for us today?
Thanks, Kelly. Well, we've got plenty coming up in sports on Live at 4. Find out who's the next manager for the Chicago Cubs. Western Illinois' men's soccer team won 2 games back-to-back after losing 11 straight. A closer look at how important their next game is. Plus, Macomb volleyball highlights as they face Unity. That and more next on Sports.
Western Illinois University is here to serve your future. Large enough to provide opportunities, small enough to connect you to them. Your potential is our purpose. Explore your talents in a place you belong. Western Illinois University is here to serve your future. Large enough to provide opportunities, small enough to connect you to them. You are unique, and we are committed to you. Become the future you at WIU Quad Cities.
The WIU's men's soccer team is on a hot streak and has a chance at postseason play. One senior has been making a difference for the Leathernecks in his final season and has solidified his name in the record books. NEWS3's Austin Gillentine reports.
After starting the season 0-11, the Leathernecks have won 3 in a row, taking down Summit League rival Denver and pitching back-to-back shutouts against Detroit Mercy and Purdue Fort Wayne. Those 2 shutouts were good enough to earn Tim Trilk's Summit League Defensive Player of the Week honors. In his final season, he is climbing the record books. He is now top 10 in saves, wins, and shutouts in Western Illinois program history. When speaking to Trilk, he believes his teammates are the reason for his success.
You know, unfortunately, like, they go down as individual stats in the stat book, but it is a team effort. It's the coaches, it's, you know, the other goalkeepers that make training competitive, and push me every day to be better, as well as, you know, my back line and my defenders. A lot of times they don't get enough credit.
Over his 4 years here at WIU, Trilk has played numerous games, been to endless amounts of practices, but he thinks his best moment came just recently.
Every day with the team, spend time in the locker room, out at training, we have a lot of laughs and we have fun. But I think the one that kind of encompasses all of that is when we finally took down Denver a couple weeks ago, and celebrating that as a team and as a program as a whole, you know, hearing from some of the alumni as well, that was really special, and I'll always remember that.
Trilk and the Leathernecks will be hoping to extend his final season just a little bit longer. They take on Summit League opponent Eastern Illinois Saturday for Senior Day at John McKenzie Alumni Field. With a victory, the Leathernecks will clinch a berth in the Summit League tournament, something they haven't done since 2017. Reporting for News 3, I'm Austin Gillentine.
Thanks, Austin. Kickoff for Saturday is scheduled for 1 p.m. from John McKenzie Field. You will get your first look at the Western Illinois women's basketball team tonight. The Leathernecks take on Maryville University in an exhibition game. Tip-off is at 5:30 inside Western Hall. WIU volleyball was home for Tuesday, a conference game against Purdue Fort Wayne. First set, Leathernecks set up Audrey Putman for the nice kill. WIU will eventually win the first game 26-24. Jumping ahead now to the fourth set, WIU starting a block party. JoJo Cruz sends that back for points. Later, it's Mackenzie Steckler who protects the net. Leathernecks win set 4 to force a fifth game, but it would be Purdue Fort Wayne's day. Madeline Wustier ends the match with a kill. The Leathernecks lose 3-2. Their next game is Sunday in Macomb at 1 p.m. against South Dakota State. We stay on the volleyball court but switch to Macomb High School. It was senior night for the Bombers as they took down Minden Unity Tuesday night. Right off the bat, it was all Bombers with a kill from Kennedy Adair to start the match. Still in the first set, Victoria Ring scores herself a kill for MHS Bombers, take game 1, 25-13. In the second set, match point for the Macomb Unity's serve goes out of bounds. Macomb wins 2-0.
Senior night can always be a real emotional night for the girls. It's their last time playing on their home court, and they're a pretty tight team this year, so they were ready for.
Finally, WIU football is at Youngstown State on Saturday, and the Chicago Bulls lose their season opener to the Charlotte Hornets. And the Chicago Cubs named David Ross the team's next manager. That's a look at sports. We'll be right back.
We are Western Illinois University, and we are amazing.
On Fridays, we wear purple.
We are home to professional athletes and actors,
lawmakers, CEOs, a civil rights leader,
and a 3-star general, plus over 100,000 other impressive alumni.
Our programs are mighty. Our law enforcement program is the largest in the state of Illinois and is known internationally.
Supply chain management boasts a nearly 100% job placement rating.
And cornfields might surround us, but we have a fine arts program that can rival any large city.
It's okay to take courses in wine tasting, wedding planning,
scuba diving, grain drying, Renaissance art,
engineering computational methods, or advanced federal taxation.
Sometimes our classes even take us to Disney World.
The Apostle Islands, Greece, France, all around the world.
For fun, we spray paint a bulldog statue, race cardboard boats, and shave our heads and dance all night to raise money for charities.
Not only do we paint the paws before homecoming, but we show our love for our mighty mascot, Colonel Rock, with painted statues all over town.
Sometimes we play volleyball with a giant ping ball, and sometimes we play in the mud.
It's totally normal to look at our res hall windows and see a hot air balloon floating by.
Or experience all 4 seasons in one day.
Hey alumni, jump on that Amtrak from Chicago or St. Louis or anywhere in between.
And come back to get a horseshoe,
listen to the award-winning Jazz Studio Orchestra,
or tailgate before a D1 game.
Not every school can say they started the 4-year cost guarantee program
and have a second campus on the banks of the mighty Mississippi.
We are Western Illinois University.
And we are the Leathernecks.
Well, that's all for us today.
But we are online all the time.
Stay up to date with us, news3wiu.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Just search our handle, News3WIU. You can also search for us on YouTube and subscribe.
Thank you for joining us this evening.
And be sure to join us tomorrow morning at 9 for Good Morning Macomb. But for now, from all of us at News 3, have a good night, Macomb.